There's that one. What you thinking? What you thinking? What you saying?
Not saying that we'd all have the same point of view, but we definitely do.
Do you want to say it? Speak to it too much? Cool. Do you want to say it this way?
Okay. I'm thinking I only see 4 racial minorities in this whole board.
True. What was the other thing you were going to say?
I'm not really sure.
It's cool. That's a good point. Yeah, for real. Lots of white people in this movie. Lots of dudes as well.
Oh yeah, what I was going to say was that I'm not saying all racial minorities have the same point of view, but most of them would.
My name is Ryerson. I'm the president of the Ryerson Students Union, and I'd just like to give you folks some context as to what's happening in the room. Over the course of the month of October, students have been on the ground talking to students about concerns around the high cost of education. On our campus, we've seen usage of food banks double, and over the past 10 years, we've seen increases in tuition fees of 603%. Students have become increasingly tired of the high cost of education. Students are finding it more inaccessible to be able to access these education, and we know that the students on our campus are concerned, but also the many of folks that could not afford the upfront cost to be able to get here are very concerned. We've collected over 6,000 petition signatures of students who are calling for a freeze in tuition fees to work to bring international student tuition fees in line with domestic students, because the international students pay 3 times more for the same education, and to have better representation on bodies like this, but also better representation in the budgeting process of the university. Students for the past 7 days have been camped out in front of this building, in front of Jurgensen Hall, in a set of tents in minus 18-degree weather, including myself and 10 other students that are in this room. Because we are concerned that our university will not have realistic conversations about how we can better spend our money. It took us 7 days of camping out to be able to have a meeting with our university administration, in which we are very pleased that our university has started to have conversations about how we could do some more alternative budgeting so that we could think about how we're not downloading the cost of education onto the individual students that are in the room. We call on you folks in this room to help to support our efforts and work towards having more affordable and accessible post-secondary education. I am a proud Ryerson student, and I am proud. And I am proud that this university has led the way in many causes in going completely bottled water free and in being innovative in our learning. We're asking for our university to take the next step and be innovative in how we're creating access to education. We know that this is a problem across Ontario, where students pay the highest tuition fees in the country. Graduate students and international students, the burden is even more. We need our university, we need you folks that are around the table that are voting on issues that are pertinent to this university and to the largest stakeholders, students on this campus, to take our issues seriously. We need you folks to be leaders, to be innovators, and to lead the way for this university to create access to education. We are here to show our support for a freeze in tuition fees immediately, because students can no longer accept that we're going to download the cost of education onto students. This is not a sustainable solution. This is not a just solution. We hope that all of you will continue to show your support, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to us through the Ryerson Students Union. I'd like to thank all of you for sharing your ears with us and appreciate the time and the work that you folks have done around this table. Thank you so much for listening to us.
Freeze up fees! 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 Freeze up fees!
We'd also like to take this opportunity.
Stop the cuts!
As student leaders from across the campus to say, you know what? We have heard your voice. We have heard all your opinions. And we think that you're correct. Something needs to be done. There is a necessity here where students are having trouble with fees, but maybe there are resources on campus to actually accept that this is a situation, here are opportunities, and here are the ways that we can subsidize their education. So that's why, as student leaders from across all the different faculties, actually we're from different faculties in societies that actually represent all the entire campus. And the interesting part about that is if you actually look over the past few months, there have been countless, or past few years, countless referendums for services, buildings, opportunities for students that can be funded. And students voted in favor of all of that. So if you really think about it, students see value in the fees that they pay. And you know what? That's what we're saying. We did hear you. So we think that we had to come together as student leaders. We actually started this campaign on Friday. Think about that. And we were able to mobilize students from across the campus, in person and online, to come and rise for Ryerson and to do two things. Showcase the value of our degree through all the opportunities that are available to students across all faculties, and also, and what we'd like to work with you all on, is to actually educate all the students across the university on how they can take advantage of opportunities to subsidize their education. Whether it's through grants, bursaries, OSAPs, what have you. There are opportunities available, and that's why we're here. So if you're interested, follow us on social media, contact our leader, Ashisha Prasad, President of the Ryerson Communist Society, and we thank you all for your time today, and we thank you all for coming out as students to show that this is something that matters, and this is something that we have to fix together.
Are you 40 grand in debt?
Freeze up fees! 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 Freeze up fees!
I just like a moment of your time before. I definitely understand that you have your opinions on how all these people here at Stand the Stable should make decisions on how our budget affects students. I am a student here. I love going to Ryerson. I also work at the Center for Women and Trans People at the RSU. So I have two kind of experiences. Right next door is the Good Food Room. Okay. And every we get a donation of food, and we have a lineup just down the hall, almost down the stairs, and you have people who literally can't afford food because for the sole reason, thank you, that they have to choose between paying off OSAP. And I understand OSAP is a great opportunity, but you have to pay that OSAP back, is what I'm trying to say. At one point, if with interest. So when I am walking past these students who look like you, who look like me, who look like everyone in this room, and they have to make a choice between working 3 jobs and not being able to pay for food, not being able to support their family, not being able to buy enough books. I just want to say that from a student perspective, from someone who goes to Ryerson, who's going to be graduating in April, I just want everyone in this room to acknowledge the fact that it is a right, a human right for education. And by increasing fees, my sister may not be able to afford to go to school, is what I'm trying to say. Thank you for your time.
Thank you all for your comments and the dialogue. Please let us go through our board